Well, you know how I like to play with different subject matters, and we've just done that one of that lady about to take a bath, is running the bath water, genre scene, and most likely Judge genre scene, in watercolour, just to loosen up. Now I want to try something totally different. The same chap, we've been looking at photographs that he's going to be using for his studies and painting his wife, and he brought up this rather nice one the other day which he's trying a watercolour on. For me, I find it very difficult with watercolour, and I think we have to often try and choose the medium and method to suit the subject, and decided that for me I want to do it in acrylic because there are so many lovely delicate colours going on. I'm not going to do it as a very large painting, quite a small painting this time, and just really try and find these subtleties of lost and found edges, of lights and darks, and these subtle shades of greens and blues and these golden hues that are going on through here. The background wallpaper was rather fun, or the background picture, which I've dragged down and enhanced to make almost a mythical background of woodland here. So we've changed the photograph, we've played with the photograph on the computer, we've taken it further, and we've played with this rather lovely romantic scene. Let's see what we can do with it. So the first thing was just to try and get the drawing right on that canvas, which I think we've approximately got now. Well enough to do what I want to do and get the mood and atmosphere of this. It'll be a change to paint on something as small as this, I'm sure. So where am I going to start? I'm going to use my filberts for this, with the more rounded ends, so that I can have more control on these curved edges. And again, I want to pick up on these colours, some lovely subtle colours in this, not very bright colours, lovely subtle colours. We'll start from the mid-tones and work out into the darks and then work towards the lights, I think, on this one. So I want to start with these beautiful cool tones. There's a lot of green going on. I'm going to have to build these colours up because this paint's a bit thin and I'm working onto a white ground here. So I want to build up these subtle silhouettes and shapes here. These colours might seem far too strong to you at the moment. I'm hoping that as I go on you'll see how we can use pure colour to build a painting like this. Right, don't just paint along the lines, paint across them. So I'm going to put the paint on along the line at the moment. You'll see I'm going to change that in a second as I go on by bringing my brush across it. I just want to paint things fairly simply at the moment. Let's bring these brush marks across the form. People say, how do you make sand colour? How do you make flesh colour? How do you make... You don't. I mean, yes, you can mix a pink flesh tones, but basically it depends, really does depend upon the colours that are reflecting into it. There's some magenta now. And we've got some beautiful colours reflecting in this. I'm going to really play these warms against cools. You see how I'm bringing magenta into this, against this green. I'm letting the green just glow through it subtly here. I'm going to go one colour over another yet, so this colour isn't the colour that's going to finish us. It's just to find some warms and establish some of these colours more immediately. That seems absolutely ridiculous. How on earth is he going to paint a figure slapping, you see the colours I've got here, slapping those colours on there? How do they relate to that photograph? Well, hopefully you'll see that as I go on. That seems strange to you, but as I say, we'll see as I go on. Purple and brown again. Some lovely darks down here, much darker. A little bit of yellow into my magenta. Let's look at some of the slightly warmer orange colours coming up here. Colours really working for me and lose this white canvas as soon as I can. You're thinking, wow, it's multicoloured, it's like a peacock, how is he going to do anything with that? Well, you'll see. So I need to lose this white canvas that's going on behind here. And I want to make sure that the paint is sticking to the canvas too. Just how much colour can I find in here? Turquoise, blue, greens, reflecting in and around the face, subtly coming down here into there. And we've got these lovely colours coming across here yet again. And these warm, cool-hued shadows here. putting a little bit more burnt sienna now into this mix, just to make it a bit warmer and darker down here. So we're doing a painting, not a piece of porn. Yes, we're painting a nude, but we're painting about colour, painting about light, we're painting about form and mood and atmosphere. And to really find these colours and reflected colours going on. The paint will get too dry, so I'm blending. I need it to just literally blend in. Just get these right colours in the right places and the right shapes and the right tones as well. Get these darks and lights sorted out here. It's interesting, as I'm painting it against white for you, it means you are able to see the colours I'm actually using. Because if I paint this by keeping the whole thing going rather than just one part, it might be a little bit lost in seeing these colours, because they would blend together as they're meant to do. You see, I'm playing now the very light greens here. Subtle colours, really looking for these different greens, and not easy to see all the time. Really do have to look. Alright, I get some of these darks in up here because they make such a difference to the rest of it. And while I'm on very darks, take a little bit of black into this as well. Take a bit of black, purple, and really whack in some colour here, which comes right down around her arm here. And that'll bring that arm out. A bit more warmth into that. I'm not painting commercially here now, I'm just painting for pure pleasure, enjoying these colours and the challenge, and I haven't painted a nude for a while like this, a semi-nude. Rather fun to do. Slapping the colour on, just totally enjoying it. Going to use colour and use it, enjoy it, play with it, push it. To use this white now, even if I just put a base coat on there just to do just that for the moment. I'm going to bring some very light creams and so on back over here to really bring these lights out. And I've got to decide whether they're going to be warm or cool, or what colour they're going to be. But for the moment, let's just lose this white with a glaze of warm. So we're taking an ordinary photograph. Quite nice and unusual, and we've taken it further by enhancing the parts of it into design that we wanted to, making this feeling of these trees in the background. I'm not copying them, I'm just using them entirely, just using them as I'm using the whole design to make a painting, a statement, a mood, an atmosphere, a design, a feeling of form and almost sculpturally coming out of the just indicating at things, not trying to copy them at all. There's a great deal of difference, I think, as well between two words, sensuality and sexuality. I think sensuality is very much broader. It's about the medium, the texture, the subjects. Obviously, sexuality and sensuality can come together. In a painting like this, it's nothing to do with just sexuality. It's the model. Yes, we're using the model as a basis for the painting. Right, let's go for this. These lighter colours up here now. I need those blues in there a bit more yet. Much deeper blues, and a bit more of the greens as well to link with the figure. Come back with these lovely turquoises. And I've got to decide what this light colour is that I'm going to put behind here. In the picture it just goes almost a white paper, but that's not what I'm after. So I think I'm going to go for a very cool cream at first. Don't make it too cool. I'm going to use some pure white and a little touch of yellow ochre. Not that bit there. Get some dark back in a minute. Now you can see how all these strange tones are going to work a bit more. This is not always something you can plan that much ahead. I'm just going with the flow of the painting and letting the painting speak to me. The painting guide me. And isn't it fun? Just for me anyway. I hope it is for you. I'm totally enjoying this. I thinned that right down and added some of the dark that I had earlier onto it, so that I can bring these colours, just getting the feeling of these branches and twigs, this strange sort of sky behind here, flowing into here a bit more again. Just links it together and gives it another dimension. This is the beauty again of the film, it says that we can use them thickly or thinly. Now, let's go for lighter. Back to my cream, where I've got white and yellow ochre. I'm going to take now some white and lemon yellow and just really push some of this much lighter cream up here. It's coming into these really make our eyes blink a little bit as we bring out this much these lightest of our lights against the dark here to almost silhouette it, what we wanted to get. You might like it, you might not. It's been interesting to see the reaction to a couple of my paintings recently. Somebody came back not long ago saying, "Oh, I think that's far too dark, that picture needs to be more light." And there was me thinking it was one of my nicest, and I liked it for the very reason she was saying she didn't, because of the differences in... you can see what we're getting at now, hopefully. You see the picture here I'm working from, and using, not copying, using. And how I just want to bring certain things out into this. And we haven't painted flesh colours in inverted commas, have we? We've just used the tones and colours that are very much here. Perhaps if I had any criticism, it would be that the head is now turning out to be a fraction small. I want to bring out this. If we start this business, we should be very careful, because as soon as we start making eyes and noses and dotting this and dotting that, we lose that spontaneity. Well, that's a very different sort of piece, isn't it? We have the green there. The chances are I need a bit more up here as well. Well, I'm happy enough with that. It's something very different, and as I say, I just enjoy doing it. But to play with the hair with one smaller brush, just a little bit here. I just want to get the wisps of hair here just a little bit stronger. Coming down. And the other way around equally. Nice little designer piece.